It will be the last one, but I think one of the most interesting part for you guys. We prepared for so many exciting topics and user stories and new products to announce. My name is Anna. I will be your host today afternoon. And I'm an account manager at ChemAxon, and I'm responsible mostly for the Nordic countries, for France and Belgium and the Netherlands. And I know most of you are working on to find new and promising molecules, and it's such a big challenge for you. But to finding all those data, well, it could be also a headache too. So here at ChemAxon, we saw you are dealing with these kind of problems and developed you a brand new tool called ChemLocator, which can help you to save money, time, and energy for you when you are trying to find all those data in the unstructured data set. And our next speaker is going to be the product owner of ChemLocator. He is Shayo David Jozsef, and he will talk about this new product, and he will show you a new perspective. How can you do this kind of searches more easily and faster? So the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, everyone. I know it's not the best time after the lunch, but would you mind if we started with some kind of exercise, a bit of stretching? Yeah? Okay. So the first question is, it's easy. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Did you have, not tequila, Pálinka here, of course, shots yesterday? Only a few of you know the answer, so the others don't remember. Okay, fine, skip the topic. Okay, in this speech or talk, I will speak about the chemical search in unstructured data. It's basically about two products, JChem for SharePoint and the ChemLocator. And here is the second question. Raise your hand if you know the answer again. Where this sentence is coming from. I can help. It's from a TV series. Very popular, by the way. Yeah, a few of you. And the second, it will help a little, maybe. Sorry? It's Game of Thrones, yeah. And what about this? Game of Thrones, definitely. What would you do if we wanted to catch or wanted to find the source of this title? I think one obvious answer is Google, and it will help that is coming from Elsevier. And that's okay, Google can help in that. But take out this guy from here, for instance. By the way, it looks like this. It is a quite good secret agent, by the way, because it has many, many names. And again, what would you do if you wanted to catch this guy? There are at least two options. One, you should learn all the names and use Google, or delegate the dirty work to somebody who already knows the names. And one choice could be the chemical search engine at ChemAxon, which knows all the names, by the way. But I don't think I need to introduce you to the importance of the chemical search, because you already know that. So I would jump right now into a real-life problem. Let's check out a very, very generalized small molecule drug discovery project picture. And what if in the phase 2 in the clinical trials, we got a request from the Food and Drug Administration to prove that our drug is not toxic, so it's safe to use, and none of the metabolites are genotoxic and no impurity in the body. So that's the question, what we need to answer. And I would start with analyzing the current situation in the company. And if you check out, or if you check the stages of the development, drug development, you will see in the beginning we have a lot of compounds, mainly relational data connect to those compounds. But as the project goes, the unstructured data, amount of unstructured data is just growing. According to some articles, sorry, it is growing 3 to 5 times faster than the relational data, which is possible in the phase 2 that you could have 70% of information in unstructured data like reports or analytical documents, literature, so on. And I mentioned sometimes the unstructured data, so let's define what I mean by unstructured data here. And according to Wikipedia, it can be anything which has no predefined data model or not organized in a predefined manner. From this point of view, even a NoSQL database is an unstructured data because there is no predefined data model there. But here in this talk, I mean mainly documents, which could be Office documents, of course, including the chemistry-aware Office documents like JChem for Office documents, or any other documents like PDF, text, so on. Now, so we have the task, what we need to complete, but we have constraint, for instance, a 2 weeks time slot to provide the answer. And there are some, let's say, problems from one point of view. We have 8 gigabytes of documents only for this project. And I need to find the data, which is a good basic to create the answer and the report for the FDA. So the nice lady started to think, and in her previous job, they used SharePoint together with JChem for SharePoint. So almost everything was centralized, that because the SharePoint is also a content management system, so all the data was there, all the documents were stored there, it was backed up, so on, so on. It was quite easy to start with SharePoint because that was the interface to work with those unstructured data. But what else ChemAxon could offer? And the answer to this question was another question. What problem she would like to solve? And it turned out there are a lot of type of documents, wide variety of documents, where they have the information hidden, and they wanted to find the chemistry in them. Those documents are, let's say, the locations of the documents are really distributed, so there were a lot of sources where these documents could have been found. And one answer from ChemAxon, of course there are other answers, but one answer is ChemLocator, which is a quite new tool from ChemAxon, which is really just created with the goal to unlock the chemistry within unstructured data, let's say unstructured document. And we would continue the analysis of the current situation and find where we have the data. For instance, we have internal data, definitely. We have structured data like the relational data. We have unstructured data, of course, like in the cloud, documents in the cloud, file shares, so on. And we have external sources as well, definitely. Of course, I will focus on the unstructured data here. You don't need to read through all the rows here because the message is not in the words, but on the left side you can find SharePoint, and you can see almost everything is in SharePoint, so it's quite obvious where to start. But in a smaller case of a smaller company, the data is really distributed and the locations are quite colorful, so it's quite hard to start. So continue with the SharePoint. That's just a picture about that. You can go to the JChem for SharePoint query side and find all the data in SharePoint and in the connected network shares. And with the ChemLocator, you can do the same, even if the sources are really colorful. As I mentioned, it could be on cloud drives, OneDrive, Dropbox, SharePoint content, even SharePoint Online. And at the end, you can see the display of the data is really similar in both cases, even if the ChemLocator works on many more and data sources, which is maybe more suitable for smaller companies. And go back to the topic, to the project. As you could see, the schedule, the preparation work is relatively long, few days to set up the content, to index everything chemically. But after that, the searching is really fast. So we were able to narrow down the whole set of documents to 90 and export that in an archive as zip file, by the way. And then the bad news is that after that needs some manual work to be done, because the experts need to review those documents and create the report to the FDA. But as a conclusion from this project, they were able to respond much faster to the FDA within these 2 weeks. And as a side effect, they have a really centralized common interface to search unstructured data set, chemically, I mean. And of course, including historical information and legacy data too. And now I think I'm done. Thank you. I would like to thank my team, of course, and special thanks to Ákos Tarcsai in the last row for his help. And first of all, thank you for your attention.
So is it available in server version?
At the moment, no. We have personal version, which means everybody should use on his or her desktop. But we are working on the server version, which about 2 months from now will be released. I mean the first beta version.
Are images included?
Yes, yes, in both SharePoint. You mean the optical structure and
Yes.
character recognition? Yes.
So
it's
what you have
included.
usually in ChemCurator, you might find it in JChem for SharePoint
That's the
as
same
well.
engine, yes.
Yeah, okay.